Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Overlord Season 4 episode number 4 reaction. Okay, the previous episode we began with a little bit of a recollection. We saw the scene where Ainz actually told Albedo, like Albedo was like going on her journey to the whole to the ball and everything, and we see how Ainz kind of said goodbye to her. And yeah, there was like a little section where he was like, oh, be careful, and take this thing with you, it's going to help you from the brainwashing if something like that happens and all that. And I was not expecting when obviously Albedo, as always, when Albedo was like, oh, give me a kiss, I was not expecting him to actually do it, but he did, which was quite surprising. And even Albedo was surprised, and she was just like started crying. And yeah, that was that was kind of wholesome. And after that we get to see more of the slain theocracy, how they are discussing about the sorcerer king. And they were talking about the scriptures and how there's a few things that I had doubts about the scriptures because I did not remember the sunlight scripture, I think. Yeah. And the I think the black scripture, something, yeah, something like that. All those things I kind of checked them out in the previous video, and I kind of have a vague understanding. Obviously the sunlight scripture was the thing that we saw in season 1, and the black scripture, I think that was that's like a, I think like a group of adventurers or something, and one of which was Clementine. Now also a few things came up. Number one, Godkin, we got to know the the girl that we saw in, I think, season 2, or was it 3? I think it was 2, season 2. And these characters are actually very strong, and they were talking about how whether they would be able to take Ainz down or something like that. They also talk about Momon, and how what to think about that, because technically he's working with Ainz now, and all of these discussions they were having. Now on the other hand, Nyx, he's just out of his mind. His like hair is falling down, he's just stressed out about Ainz, what to do. He decides to actually have like a secret meeting with the slain theocracy, invites them in the Colosseum, and even takes a lot of precautions, talking with not even speaking, just writing things down and giving it to them. And in comes Ainz suddenly, because he's going to actually fight the warrior king. Nyx is shocked, so is the Saint Theocracy. They thought that Nyx is setting them up. They're like, we're out, we don't trust you. And Nyx is trapped in both the situations. Saint Theocracy doesn't think good about them after this whole situation, and he's also afraid that Ainz probably thought that he this was a betrayal or something. So he's kind of very much rattled at this moment. Obviously Ainz, as always, he's like, oh, are you okay, friend? Like you take care of your health and all that stuff, he says. And in the end we see how Nyx is like, oh my god, you know what, the only person that I can actually have faith in and who can do anything about this situation is the warrior king. So do your best, warrior king, and let's see what happens today. All right, this is episode number 4. Let us begin. I'll be putting in subtitles on the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. All right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Warrior king. Okay. Yep. Yeah. What's that, Hamske? Hmm. Yep, that's his goal now. Carrot and the stick. Ah. Okay. Okay, so yeah, that's the Warrior King, I'm guessing. There's so many new characters I'm actually seeing in this opening. This girl, I'm guessing. Then I also saw like a few others who I've never seen before. And this should be interesting. Okay. The ruler of conspiracy. He brought the Guildmaster here, okay. Yeah, he definitely will. Hmm. Oh, that's why he's like all secret. Wow, okay. So he plans to fight in the Colosseum. Oh, okay. So that's why is he participating in the makes sense. Yes, definitely. Okay, Nana, you continue the way you are. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what he wants. Okay. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Good idea to quit. Oh, okay. What? Yeah, okay, he's the one who gave him the idea. That's good. Ah, all right. King, yes. Eighth in the count. Oh, okay. So he's not the one who came up with this idea. Interesting. Okay. Oh, he wants to keep this. Uh, hmm. Yeah, he's like, what the hell? I didn't expect this. from the great almighty Saucer King. Uh, it won't hurt. Just yeah, there you go. Oh, Fluter, that guy, the great teacher. Bias information. Ah, okay. Ah, the Book of the Dead. Wow, okay. What? You're not happy with this? Oh, ah, a translation glass or whatever it's called. Monocle. He'll be like, oh, this is amazing. Wow. Well, good for you. He's like, I cannot read this. Uh, yeah, have patience, child. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is the ones in the opening. Okay. Whoa. Like a lot of weapons? Whoa, that looks cool. The runes. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, like runes are like it's an item in Dwarven Kingdom. Oh. Wait, he still told him to come next day? That's interesting. Even though knowing that, he was probably preparing all of these weapons and everything to show off. Hmm. Well, who like no rules against? Hmm. Okay. Oh. Hmm. Every 10 years. Wow. Okay. Weakness. Yeah. Is he going to say that he wants to advertise here? Oh, no, no, he isn't. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Oh, you brought Grazeff's name here. Okay. Yeah, don't worry. It's fine. Oh boy. Headhunter happened. Whoa, what? Whoa, what the? Wait, wait, is this a male or a female? Oh, okay. Oh my god. Yep, yep. Okay. He personally knows him. Well, ah, yeah, look at Heinz. I cannot. Gogin. Yes. Oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ah, that's good. Respectable. Yeah, that's true. He's intelligent. Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough. It's all bones, you know. Like, if you would like that, then that's fine. Hmm. He can bring him back, I'm pretty sure. Oh, everyone's like, yes, this is what we wanted. Let's go. Okay. I'm just like, what? Nice. All right, let's go. Is that like a specific weapon, like a specialized weapon or something? All right, calm down. Ah. Oh, damn. Wait, wasn't he not supposed to use magic? Oh. Oh, wait, wait, maybe that was not magic, that was something else. Oh, he's actually oh, that's energy. That's not magic. Yeah, okay. Oh, it's like a debuff. Okay. Okay, which is. Oh, wow. Okay, that's not magic, that's a magical item. Makes sense. Ah, nice, okay, let's go. Oh, getting getting the joints. So that's part of the magic item, I'm guessing? Magic weapon? It's not magic, but it's. People are scared of you. They want. They want the troll to win. Yeah. Hmm. Will he? Oh, he is. Oh, damn. Okay. He's a good character, I have to say. He's an honorable character and all. Oh, okay. Oh, damn. He's actually kind of pushing Ainz back a little bit. Interesting. Oh, okay. So noise. Oh my god, he is not. Oh, that's why he's not flinching. How much level is he? Oh, wait, what the? What the? Wait, what? Oh, nah, definitely not. But the matchup is. Yeah. The. Oh, wow. Hmm. Oh my god, he's actually. Wow. Okay. I did physical nullification. Oh my god. Oh, it's not even touching him. Yeah, well, wow. Oh my god. Ah, it's definitely going to. Will this work actually? I feel like people are scared. Okay, maybe it'll work. Real adventures. I'm pretty sure a few people will definitely come. Oh, he's gonna. Oh my god, he's just showing off at this point. He's like, yeah, there you go. Look at this. Wow. That's a good advertisement, you know. A lot of people are scared, but I'm pretty sure there will be a few who genuinely get interested. Yeah? Yeah, up until now, what were you doing? Yeah, oh my god. Stop that, Heinz. Please. He's out of it. He's like, I cannot. I cannot. My stress. Yeah. He's like, I this out of my. I need Demiurge with me. He himself doesn't know what he's talking about. He's like, I'm out. I need Demiurge for this. Can't beat him, join him, you know. Oh. Oh no, this is just. Yes! Thank you! Oh, oh my god. Oh my god, this is just. I feel like he's probably the most fortunate because if he actually becomes the vassal state of, Ainz, and that's the end. If he actually becomes then obviously he'll be the first one, first kingdom, and I feel like he'll probably, as time goes, he'll probably understand what good of a decision he took because obviously Ainz is like he said he's going to like conquer the world, and there will be a lot of people who probably come in like clash with him and they'll get annihilated, and later on I'm pretty sure he'll realize, like, you know what, I said that I was the most unfortunate, but I feel like I'm the most fortunate because I'm the first state to, like, vassal kingdom to become like the vassal state of Ainsulgon, and that actually gives me, like, that'll give him a lot of things, for example, I feel um like obviously, like I said, Ainz is definitely going to gain more reputation and a lot more authority over the world. So him actually being the first kingdom that actually goes under Ainz will give him a lot of power against other kingdoms as well. Like, people will, like, other kingdoms will look up to him as we see Ainz grow stronger and stronger. Everyone will be like, oh my god, like, the Bharat Empire was the first vassal, kingdom to actually go under Ainz Ulgon, and like, that'll kind of give him, like, I don't know, like a special something it'll give the kingdom, and I feel like it's going to work out very well by the as time goes on, and I don't know, it'll probably be good for their kingdom, like he said, like, if you can beat him, just join him. And Ainz being the type of character who hopefully will never become a tyrant, I hope so, at least, hopefully he never becomes a tyrant, and if that is how he goes, continues become, like a ruler who wants everyone to be okay, like, make a kingdom, like he said, as sweet as honey, if he really is able to do that, Bharat Empire being the first empire who went under Ainsul Gon will probably gain a lot of reputation, and his kingdom will probably prosper a lot, you know, because like obviously like power is everything. The kingdom which is the most powerful here will obviously everyone will like kind of look up to that kingdom. So Bharat Empire being the first empire which goes under Ain Sol Gold will probably gain a lot of good reputation, and it'll help Nyx out a lot more than he even thinks. And he's like, he's just at this point he's just scared. He's like damn, like if like not only did I try to conspire against him, he saw me doing that. Not only that, I was actually cheering for the Warrior King up until now. So I'm pretty sure he's not amused. So I don't know what he plans to do. Maybe some experiment or something. You know what's going to happen. So the best thing now is like, yeah, let me just join him. Hopefully that spares me, like whatever that's going to happen in the future. Oh God. This is just great. And Eins knows nothing about this. Eins is just clueless about everything. And that guy who one of the I don't know his name. The guy who said like, oh, maybe he just didn't think of anything. He's actually correct at this point. he hit the nail on the head completely. Eins really doesn't know, and he doesn't even know what like I'm laughing. I myself don't even know what actually I know the term the vassal state. I know that. I kind of know what it is about, but I don't know the details of it. But Eins himself is also something like that. He's like, wait a minute, what's a vassal state? He's like, I've heard that term before, but I don't know what it actually means. So he's like, yeah, not now, send your details to my manager, I'll be out of here. And he just goes away. He needs Demiurge to do the intricate details of the things that they're going to come, the administrative things that they need to talk about to become a vassal state. So yeah, Eins cannot do anything at this point. While he's misunderstanding, Nyx is like, oh my god, did I do something? Like is he mad at me or something? Was his plan something else? Why is he not accepting my proposal? Oh my god. Okay. So we begin this episode with you know what, I have to say I like this format of actually like we can see like everything is happening at the simultaneously at the same time. Like from episode 2, I think, like the whole thing with Albedo, now like this whole thing about Nyx and the slain theocracy that happened in the previous episode, and this episode, the whole thing with Eins, everything happened simultaneously. I think like while everything is happening here, I'm pretty sure Albedo is in the ball, like she's fulfilling her duties. So all of this, I'm guessing, is actually happening at the same time. And I have to say I like this format because it's actually showing us what everyone is doing. And while Albedo was doing that, what Eins is doing, like Eins is doing this, and what Nyx is doing. He was trying to conspire against Eins, but unfortunately failed. So yeah. And okay, we begin this episode with Eins saying goodbye to Albedo and him going on his own way, and he's thinking of what to do, how to make this kingdom prosper, because he did say that he is going to make this place very good, a lot better, and one of the best kingdoms. And he thinks about the carrot and the stick. He says, I need to proactively advertise. Okay, yeah, it'll be good publicity for adventures and like all that stuff he's thinking. And then we fast forward to wait, what's his name, the guildmaster, I forgot his name. Anyways, I'm pretty sure I'll get used to it. I'll remember as we go more deeper into the story. Okay, he is actually traveling with him, and they are in the capital. And at first it's interesting to see that Eins had no plans on actually going to the Colosseum. He just wanted to kind of just go undercover in this place and recruit people, try to advertise or something like that, he was thinking. And he that's why he's here with the guildmaster. And he's talking about all of that with the guildmaster. The guildmaster, obviously, he's quite surprised to see Ainz doing this on his own. And not only that, he's surprised to see that, when he gave him the few what do you call it, advice about stuff like this. He's like, oh, like, would it be a good idea to gather and raise the adventurers from scratch? The strong are always admired. This is the imperial capital. Why not advertise by fighting a Colosseum and showing your strength? And that idea and all of that stuff he gave him. And Einstein is like, you know what? This is quite good. Like, if this was something that I just told, Albedo or Demiurge, they'll probably be like, yes, Einstein-sama, definitely. Yes, like, go ahead, something like that. And like the thing about Demiurge and Albedo and all the other guardians is that they actually don't say whether the idea is good or bad to Ainz. They think, like, since Ainz has said it, that's definitely good, something like that. Like, I'm pretty sure they don't even realize that themselves, because I remember Albedo in the previous episode saying something like, the suggestions that Ainz wrote. Alberta did not know that was Ainz wrote that suggestion of same uniform or whatever, and she's like, "Oh, what the hell is this? This is so bad! Like, if bring me that person who wrote this, I'm going to beat him up." And if she knew that was Ainz's, suggestion, she would have probably been like, "Oh, this is amazing." Now, the fact here is, I'm pretty sure she or any of the other guardians don't even realize this, but any kind of bad suggestion, whenever it comes out from Ainz's mouth, they automatically think that it's good. Like, I feel like it doesn't even register in their head that something that Ainz says could be wrong. Like, it's something like, it's like a written rule in their head or something, where however bad something is, it's good if Ainz-sama said it. Something like that. They themselves probably don't even realize what they're doing. And the funny thing is, like, whatever bad suggestions Ainz gives, they say that it's good. And even if it's like a bad suggestion, they try to actually fulfill it, and actually fulfills it by the end of it. So by the end, everything works out fine, because either way they would kind of fulfill whatever Ainz wishes. So even if there's some kind of a bad suggestion that Ainz gave, we will probably do something negative, have like a negative net result. They do it, and they do it in such a way that by the end it actually turns out to be positive. Like, I feel like that's basically the guardians. They're just like that. They don't even realize like it doesn't even it's like some kind of a program that automatically activates in their head. Like, whatever Ainz says is correct and good. They themselves probably don't realize that. So that's why Ainz is like, oh, thank God, I actually asked this guy and he's actually giving me some valid advice. Like my guardians who will just be like, oh, it's fine. And he himself kind of expresses that and tells him that, oh, go ahead, if you want something to say, definitely say that too. I don't, no need to actually no need to try to make me happy. Just say what you want, and if you have a better advice, give it to me. And he's like, he was surprised. He was like, oh, okay, I've never seen someone actually say this before, especially someone who is like an emperor of some, and he's quite surprised. Now he mentions about the Colosseum and the fight and everything, talks about the warrior king, and says how if he fights the warrior king, he can actually advertise, and a lot of adventures might come. So he says that I have someone I know, a merchant, and that person knows the warrior king, and he can probably get you in and you can have your fight. And he talked with them, and he's like, oh, you could have easily gone today if you actually said that I'm so gone. And I says like, no, it's fine, it's okay. Now one thing I'm kind of surprised about this is like he said, if he actually told that, oh, I'm the sorcerer king, maybe he would have let him in. But the fact is, the next day when they go, um that guy, he knew that it was Ainz. So that means he knew that the, like, the guildmaster brought the Sorcerer King here, and even though he knew that, he said come tomorrow, which I have to say it's kind of interesting, because majority of the people would probably be like, oh, the great Sorcerer King is here, yeah, come, definitely, no, not tomorrow, come today, right now. But he actually told them to come the next day, even though he kind of thought and he realized that it was Ainz, which was kind of interesting, which kind of shows, I guess, he is not afraid of Ainz, but he is probably just neutral on him. Okay, anyways, so yeah, next we get to see him go to what's his name, Luder, I think that's his name, I forgot. Yeah, at first he teleports the guildmaster back to the, like, this place, and goes to Fluder, and asks him about what he told him to do. Keep an like where is that part? Yeah, and Fluder tells him that Nyx has realized I have betrayed him, and answer says, okay, so Ainz, what he promised him is going to show him some kind of give him some kind of knowledge about magic and stuff. And she's like, oh, this book, I think that this is probably something that he would like. You didn't even know if it's something that would he would that he wanted or something. He just found a good book, the Book of the Dead or something, and it's like, oh, this would probably work, and he just brought it to him. And I feel like every book in Ainz's library is something that he would freak out on. So it didn't even matter. He could have brought in any kind of random book and gave it to him, and he would have been like, oh, this is so amazing. That's probably the level of books that is in Ainz's library. So he gives it to him, and he cannot read, obviously, so gives him a monocle as well, and he's reading it, and he's like finding out new theories about life and everything. Talks about soul, how all the soul, they come from the same place, this and that, none of the souls are bigger or smaller, that type of thing. And Ainz is like, okay, you know what, you've read enough, you keep the book or give me the monocle. I only have one of it. He's conflicted. He's like, but I cannot read if I don't have it. And he says, just a sec, this part I need to go back again, because I think I missed what he said. This part, okay, this part, you'll be able to ascend to the next realm of knowledge when you can translate this. Oh, okay, so basically he says like, oh, I cannot spoon feed you these type of things, you need to learn yourself. So yeah, I'm your teacher, aren't I? So give me my monocle back and try to decipher this on your own. And he's like, all right, fine. And he asks more about the warrior king. And all right, then we go fast forward to the next day, I'm guessing, and Ainz is inside. Okay, what's his name, the guy, the merchant guy? He's inside their room, and we see, wait a minute, what did he say, the rabbit man or something? Look, just a sec, rabbit man race. Just a second, is that a male or a female? I don't know. I thought that was a girl, but the voice is so heavy, like it's probably a boy. I don't know. I am not sure, oh, it's probably I don't know, anyways. Now, okay, they get in the room. There's a lot of weapons here and there, just just kind of on the wall and everything. So this guy basically told them to come the next day, because he thought like, oh, let me just bring out some of my weapons and show, kind of keep it in front of them so that he gets impressed or something, I'm guessing. And obviously Ainz is impressed. Ainz is like, oh, this is quite nice. The first thing he's like, oh, what do you think about this? Now he goes to one of the weapons, which is a sword. It has runes in it. Wait, so I'm guessing this world doesn't have any runes? That's interesting. Obviously there's magic in this show, so there's no runes in this show. because Ice is like, oh, this is runes, and the guy is like, oh, as expected of the Sorcerer King, you know of runes. And Ice says, why? Where are these runes in this world? Did the player spread the knowledge? So that means this game probably did not have runes in it, and some player probably came and just brought runes in with them, and that's how it got probably like like more used. He asks which craftsman you created this. He says like it's an item made by the workshop of Dwarven Kingdom in Azeralicia mountain range. Okay, Dwarven Rune Workshop. Okay, okay. His name is Osk. So they sit down, and the guildmaster, he asks him like, oh, like I have something to ask you for. Like, I need Ainz Olgon to fight in the match, in the battle against the Warrior King. And Ainz shows his face, and okay, so he's like, why are you going to fight? Like you said you're going to fight, but why? You're the ruler of the country. And at first I was like, wait, why is he saying that? Like, is he thinking like the ruler of the country cannot fight or something? But then I realized what he was implying. He was implying that if he somehow gets injured or dies, that'll be a big deal, obviously. So that's why he was also kind of hesitating a little bit, because he did not want to make, like obviously he's like the kingdom, the king of a kingdom. Like if he dies, like it's a big deal. So that's why he's probably a little bit skeptical about it, and he's like, oh, like you're gonna fight. And Ice is like, no worries, I'll actually give you a written, like like a note and everything, and you don't have any like no problem. Now he's like, okay, so you need to actually follow the rules. No magic, you'll have to fight on your own. Like you can have weapons. And Ice is like, it's fine. And the guildmaster at first was like, wait, you're asking a magic caster to fight with like no magic? And Ice is like, it's okay, no problem. Oh boy. And the conversation about the magic spell also comes in, where he killed so many people with it. And Nine says like, oh, this is something that I probably won't be able to use after 10, like before 10 years. It's like a very rare magic spell, stuff like that, he just says. And he's like, I have enough like spells to actually keep me like help me out, so that's why I told it to you, like no problem. Now all that aside, like they kind of have the conversation, and by the end of it, Osk is like, okay, I understand, I'll prepare the match as soon as possible. Now they leave, and he asks the Headhunter rabbit, that's the name. It's either a boy or a girl, I'm not sure, but either way, asks the rabbit that, what do you think? Now this part says, the rabbit says, I wanted to run away as fast as possible. It shows the paw. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm guessing it's getting goosebumps or something. Ah, okay. I don't know what the hell happened to him here. He's just looking, staring at the hand. The rabbit is like, where are you looking, you pervert? You have nice hands. What's up with this guy? Like the rabbit was also kind of freaked out. It's like, oh, it hides the hands. Okay. Now, yeah, he says, like the rabbit says, he's very dangerous. Now, next we get to see the Warrior King and Osk kind of talking. And Osk says how, Warrior King says how Osk is the reason why he has been able to come this far and all that. And then they go out and the match begins. They introduce themselves. Obviously, Nyx is as hard as he can. He's cheering the Warrior King up, like hoping that he wins. And one thing I have to say, the Warrior King seems like a nice person, a nice troll. Like there's a lot of respect and everything that he has for other people. Like for example, he doesn't make fun of his name because it's long. He's like, no, it's okay. Like I don't judge people by their name. I know you're strong, and that's all that matters. Not only that, there's a lot of things we see where he is like, okay, like kind of chivalrous, you could say, and I probably like that very much. Like he was scouting people out, so he probably was testing him, and in the end, he was like, you know what, this guy seems nice, and he's like, okay, I'm impressed. If I win, you'll be my subordinate, and if you win, then yeah, like what did he say? If you win, you can kill me or something. Wait a minute, what did he say? Just a sec. You become a subordinate. He's like, okay, I'll pledge my loyalty if you win. In this case, oh, I'll eat you. Okay, there you go. I'll eat you. And I'm like, what is he even going to eat? There's nothing in him. It's just like, will he just bite on the bones? Will that actually? But I understand. He was meaning that eat him and gain his power. That type of an eat. Okay. Now. Okay, so Einstein's like, fine, I'm happy with this. Now they start battling, and here I was a little bit confused at the beginning. I was like, wait a minute, he's like using fire and everything, like the stuff kind of glowed. I'm like, isn't he using magic? But then I realized that's not magic, but that's like the effect of the magic item that he's using. It was the effect of the weapon, I think, wasn't it? Like like for example, a few weapons have like like some extra effect in them. Like for example, a flaming sword or something. If you hit it, like it starts burning or something. That type of a thing. So it's something like that as far as I could understand. And the thing that he was doing, kind of touching him, and it was like kind of like he at first he thought it was poison, but Einstein was like, no, it's not poison, it's like my energy. So that's also not magic. He was just forcefully kind of injecting his energy into him, which was making him like uncomfortable or something, I guess. One thing I was quite surprised is he actually kind of like I think 2 times he actually hits Ainz, and Ainz kind of backs down. Like the first time he kind of hits him, Ainz falls down, and the next time is where we later on see he kind of sheds his armor. That time he fights him again, hits him, and actually like is able to kind of deal damage to him, and Ainz kind of goes like back a little bit. Even though Ainz was not showing his full power, still, it's a big deal to actually do something to Ainz. So he is definitely worthy of his name, the Warrior King, because he's quite strong. He actually fought Ainz and was able to, like fight him, toe to toe, you could say. Obviously, Ainz was not using his power, like I said, at that state. Now. Ainz is like, okay, you know what? Like, and at first he was like, I kind of underestimated you, but I can see you have a lot more than you like, I shouldn't have done that. I'll also fight properly. And he throws away the stuff. He takes out the 2 weapons, the dual wielding weapon. Obviously, he kind of mentions that, oh, this is from Momon, I just borrowed it from him. And they fight. Everyone's just cheering for the Warrior King, and Ainz is like, wait a minute, shouldn't they start cheering for me at this point? But like I said, I feel like most of them were scared. They just wanted the Warrior King to win, because they thought that if Ainz wins, he'll probably do something that's not so good, and everyone was scared, just like Nyx. Everyone was just so scared. That's why they wanted the Warrior King to win, because yeah, like he was like the only hope for them. Now after that, Warrior King shows his face, like his face, and like I said, he seems like a reasonable guy. He has manners, he has pride as a warrior. He is, I have to say, chivalrous, something like that. And he's also, he's quite intelligent as well. Like I said, he, like, one thing that also kind of impressed, like I feel like Ainz was impressed as well, because when, like I said, when he said like he didn't make fun of his name, and Ainz was like, oh, I thought that you're like people, like troll people, like, they make fun of the names, and he's like, no, I don't do that. And Ainz said something like, oh, I need to change my way of thinking about you people, about trolls. And he said, the next thing is kind of impressive, I have to say. He says like, oh, like, no need to do that, because there's a lot of different people who have a lot of different ways of thinking, and like diversity, like a lot of people will have the way they think is like that. Just because I think like this doesn't mean everyone else will. So no need to actually, like, kind of change your opinion about them. Like, different people, different way they think about it, that kind of a thing. He said that, which is kind of impressive, I have to say, which is like, he was true, obviously. Like not only trolls, any race, I think, like, there'll be a lot of people who think about a lot of things in a lot of different ways. So actually kind of deciding what to think about them by just judging one of them is obviously wrong. You should, like, different people have different ways of thinking and different things. Like, just because the person you met was nice doesn't mean everyone will be nice. That's what he tried to say here, and I was like, damn, this guy is like, this troll is pretty intelligent. And I'm pretty sure Ice was also quite surprised by that, and he was like laughing, and he was like, haha, like, okay, you're interesting. So yeah, and yeah, he's a good person, a good troll or something like that. Now he later on, he actually sheds off his armor because he wanted to properly maneuver and fight, and he's like, am I weak? He asks Ice, and Ice is like, no, it's just unfortunate that I'm the one who you're battling. If you're actually strongest one in this kingdom, I'm the strongest one in the world. That's the difference between us. So it's not that you're weak. And he's like, it's nice to see there's someone above you. It gives you a good feeling. And Ice is like, yeah, I agree. Oh boy. And he thinks about touch me, and which I'm guessing he obviously he was very strong, and he was stronger than Ice as well, a lot more stronger than Ice, I'm guessing. So yeah. Now, what I'm thinking about, but no, I like, what, never mind. I was going to say, like, even though the players are not here, what's going to happen if someone gets hand on the player avatars? But then I realized, like, as they log out, the avatars also disappear. So it's not that the player avatars are just sitting there somewhere, waiting for the owner to come back. It's not like that. It's not a battle suit. So as soon as the owners, the actual person logs out, the avatar also disappears from the game, and if you log in, the avatar appears. So something like that. So I'm guessing, I was thinking, like, maybe in the future, like, since I said, like, these two things, the first thing that he said is like, oh, like, it's nice, like, it's kind of interesting and kind of exciting whenever there's someone who is above you in strength. That one thing. Another thing, he thought about touch me-san when he was talking about it. So I thought maybe in the future a time will come when he'll actually have to fight touch me in some way or the other. I don't know. I thought about it, but then I'm like, maybe not, because the avatars also disappear with them. That if avatars are not here, so that, but who knows, we'll see. Okay, now the troll is like, what, show me your all, show me your full power, and I want to see how much of a difference are we in. And Ice is like, fine, and he just uses his full power, the nullify pain stuff, all that. Just fighting, just bashing him, and nothing's happening. He's just not flinching, just moving. Ice says, the main difference between us. My level is 100. I have a lot of HP, and he's like, that's why, your hits are not even registering in me. So, like, for example, like, I'm pretty sure Ice has like I don't know how much, like 1 billion health or something like that, and his hits are probably doing like 10 to 20 damage. Like, he doesn't even flinch at that type of a situation. And he also has a lot of defense, I'm guessing, which probably nullifies like 90% of the damage dealt or something like that. Something absurd like that. So yeah, and Ice comes in and kills him. He dies, and I knew that he said that you're going to work for me, so obviously he's not going to kill him, he's going to bring him back. But I did not know that what he was going to do after this is like actually bring a microphone and actually like just proclaim and just say that you see this is me, I'm Ein Solgon, I'm strong. What I want to do is I will actually make adventures, not do those pesky jobs of fighting wars or the security things. None of those like that. Adventures will be adventures. They'll go to the world, outside in the world, find new things out, and they'll explore the unknown. That's what adventurers do, and that's what I plan on making everyone do. So come to my place and join our guild. And then he revives the warrior king, and he's like, there you go, like death is nothing to me. I control death. I eat it for breakfast. So come work for me, and like you'll get everything. And I'm like, damn, that's why he was actually that's how he made, like like obviously he wanted the warrior king to be with him and like work for him. That's the bet that he made. So he basically used like like one stone to get two birds. He did the advertisement and showed everyone off about how he's strong by reviving the person he just killed. And he also got like a subordinate, which is the warrior king, who'll work with him from here onwards. Oh, great. And yeah, after that, Einstein is like, all right, I need to go home. And as he's going to go away, he, and obviously he's like, he goes to Nix and he's like, oh, like emperor, like like I'm going back. And as he's trying to go back, Nix is like, wait a minute, like I want to become a vassal. Just here you go. The Bharat Empire wishes to become a vassal state of the Sorcerer Kingdom. Eins Olgon. Eins is like, what? Obviously the other two is like, what the hell are you saying? And it's like, stop, like are you mad or something? Like look at this guy, he can just kill every one of us in a matter of seconds. I need to do this, otherwise I'll go bald from stress. Obviously Eins is like, wait, to become a vassal state? And he's like, what is a vassal state? You know what, let me check as well. What does it imply to be a vassal state? Like I know what it means, but I don't know the details. Like like as far as I know, it's like you're going to be under that kingdom, something like that. A vassal state is any state that has mutual obligation to a superior state or empire in a similar status to that of a vassal in feudal. Okay, there you go. Yeah, like just like I thought. So basically that they'll go under him, like under his protection, that type of a thing. They'll like they'll help Eins out, like all provide like almost everything, like everything that Bharat Empire will have from here onwards will be, I'm guessing, something that Eins also like has like equal share in, while Eins is going to provide him protection, that type of a thing. And maybe like they'll have to pay a little bit of taxes and everything, I'm guessing, something like that. And that'll be it. And Eins will protect them from anything from this point onwards. So that's what's going to happen. And he's like, yeah, I want to do that because otherwise we'll all die. And Eins doesn't know what that properly entails. So he's like, yeah, okay, I'm okay with that, but later on, not now. Like we need to actually write this down and discuss properly. Obviously, Eins doesn't know what to do. He needs Demiurge for this. And he's like, I shouldn't make decisions like this, like left and right. So he's like, yeah, so later on, like king, please send me the details, I'll think about it, and just leaves. And obviously Nix is very concerned. He's like, why did he not accept my proposal? And he's like, where is that part? There you go. He shouldn't have any reason to refuse. It must have been something that went against his original plans. He may be planning to conduct a terrible experiment on the Empire. Or maybe had something to do with adventurers he was trying to recruit. One of the other guys is like, maybe he wasn't really thinking about anything. And he's like, what are you saying? There's no way. And he's like, there are many types of vassal states. I'll do everything I can to retain some level of autonomy. There you go. And I'm pretty sure Eins will allow that. He doesn't care. And he's like, yeah, like I'm fine. Like I'm probably the most unfortunate person in this world here now, but I'm fine. Like for my kingdom, I'm going to do everything. And he's like, eye bags in his hair is falling down. I what's so funny about this? I just cannot. The whole scene is so weird because he looks so much like Gilgamesh. And the way he's acting now is just so, like, in no way Gilgamesh acts like that. And like the resemblance is so uncanny, both Gilgamesh and him, that it's so funny to actually see him act like this. And I'm like, I never thought that I would see something like this. Like someone with the same face as Gilgamesh is going to act like this, and I'm like, wow. That's like the part that is so funny to me. And obviously, yeah, like he's freaking out about everything while Ainz doesn't even know what the hell is happening. And like I said, I feel like this decision, if it actually goes through, like if he actually becomes a vassal state of Ainz's kingdom, it'll actually work out so good for him by the end of it, and he'll actually be the most beneficial out of it, because he'll be the first vassal state, which gives him so much more reputation in the future as Ainz gets stronger and stronger, and people will look up to their, like, to the Bharat Empire, something like that. So yeah, anyways, so that was it, and that was my reaction to Overlord season 4 episode number 4. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, and I'll check them out. And that is it, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next week with the next episode of Overlord. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.